Hello guys, welcome to CRNT Designers, Chetan here. In this tutorial we are going to learn how to make a sci-fi art like this in Blender. This tutorial is divided into the 4 parts. The first part is the modeling. In it we will learn how to model this sci-fi art with the help of simple cube. In the second part we will learn how to UV unwrap this sci-fi art very easily. In the fourth part we will learn more about the shaders to make our model more beautiful. And in the fourth part, we will learn lighting and rendering setup for this sci-fi art to take a beautiful render image. So are you interested in it? Let's get started. First we will create a processor. To create a processor, add a plane. Go to the edit mode and extrude the planes little bit. After that, give the proper amount for the extrusion. Next, insert this face in this way. And one more time extrude it out like this. Then one more time insert this face and give the 0.05 amount for the insert face. Then one more time insert it like this, and this time select that outer option and extrude inside this face. Okay, you will get something like this, which looks pretty well. The next thing we need to do, one more time insert this face and don't do anything with this face. Keep it as it is. Okay, add a bevel modifier like this. 0.005 will be the amount and change it to the angle. Give it proper name as a processor. You can give anything which you want. Then add a cube to create a sci-fi cube. Then add a cube, go to the edit mode, add a bevel modifier before remove edit mode and turn on the auto smooth. Okay, go to the edit mode. Then select all the faces and insert these faces and make sure you check mark the individual option. Then you will get this result. Okay, now give the proper thickness. Now select these edges, corner edges like this. You can see these edges, select these all edges and we need to add a bevel on it. One segment bevel will be fine for this because we want something different look for our sci-fi cube. So that's why select these edges and then add a bevel on it. One segment bevel is enough. Give the 0.2 amount for the width. Okay, I have tried different ways here, but these ways don't work, so don't do this work. Increasing the bevel segment, it's not look pretty well, so don't do this. Keep it as simple as possible to get the good shading and adjust the auto smooth angle for the good shading. Okay, now select these faces, corner edges, faces you can say, and then we need to select all the faces, all the side faces, corner faces like this, and then extrude inside these faces. After inserting, then extrude inside these faces like this, and you will get something like this. It's look pretty well. So you can try different ways right here to make your artwork more beautiful. We are using simple methods: insert, extrude inside, adding bevel. So these are very simple basic techniques to make any kind of artwork in 3D. Now select these faces, then insert these faces, then extrude out these faces. Okay, you can see. And don't add bevel like this because it creates weird shading. So don't do this. Just insert these faces and uncheck that select outer and extrude inside these faces like this. Then one more time insert these faces and one more time insert these faces. Okay, our cubes look pretty well. Now select these faces and then insert these faces. Then one more time insert these faces and this time select outer and extrude inside these faces. Now one more time select these faces all, and this time one more time insert these faces. And don't use that depth option, it creates weird shading, so don't use that depth option. Just insert these faces, uncheck that select outer and extrude inside these faces. Okay, Now we will scale down these faces individually. If we use that depth option, we get some weird shading. To avoid this, you need to scale down each and every face individually to get the good shading. Okay, just scale it down. Make sure you will get better shading, good shading after the process. Okay, now it's look pretty well. Now select these faces and extrude out, insert these faces and then extrude it out like this. And this time also you need to scale it down individually. Don't add a bevel like this. When we add a bevel, we increase the segments and words. So for the game arts, we need to have limit on words. Now we need to fix our processor on the cube, sci-fi cube. So select this processor, and then rotate it like this in the 90 degree and scale it down a little bit, and we need to fix it on the center face of our sci-fi cube. So just select and give its proper position. So make sure you select our cube face, and then your 3D cursor should be at the face, and then you can fix your processor at the top of our cube, top face of the cube. So like this, in this way, and then select that face of our cube, select all the faces, then insert these faces, and then one more time insert, and then select outer, and then just extrude inside these faces. To get the more beautiful look, we will fill emission shader in those gaps. Okay, now select these edges like this, edge loops you can say, and then add bevel on them, and then just extrude these faces outside like this to get more beautiful look, and give the proper amount for this extrusion. Now we need to do some more things with these cubes, this processor. So just make sure your processor center should be at the 3D cursor, and your 3D cursor should be at the center of your cube, and then rotate this processor in the 90 degree and fix it same processor on other sides of our cube. Then there is one add-on, it is the Bolt Factory add-ons. So just enable that add-on. It is a free add-on, and you can use get the more bolts and nuts ready-made to make your more object more beautiful and get the more mechanical kind of looks. Okay, so you will get both the nuts and bolts there. So just add a nuts. So I think I have a bolt, so whatever it is, nut or bolt, just add it and then fix it at the right position at the corner of our processor to fix our processor on the sci-fi cube. Then add a mirror modifier on this nut or bolt, anything. So make sure you add a mirror modifier, so you will get same look on the other side also, and then rotate this. So basically we took two set of this bolt, so we added two mirror modifier right there. Then select this top face and the bottom face of our cube, and then extrude inside these faces. Just extrude inside like this, and one more time insert these faces. Now the next thing, our cubes look pretty well. Now the next thing, it is UV unwrapping. We don't need to UV unwrap our cube because we have created all the geometry on the cube, and cube is already UV unwrapped. And we don't need to UV unwrap the plane also because plane is also already UV unwrapped, and we have created that processor with the help of plane. Now the next part is the shading. I have given the simple base color for this metal cube, sci-fi cube. It is the metallic texture I have created, and I have added one texture which is the metal texture. I have downloaded that free texture from the Polygon, you can also download, and just add a vector bump map and normal map to get the more beautiful look for our model, sci-fi model. And if you add the bump map and the normal maps, then you get more realistic look. Okay, just add and adjust its strength. like this, and our cube is looking real because of the bump map and the normal map. Okay, then we need to create another texture. That will be the black texture, simple black color, and I will give the black texture on the corners of the corner edges, means the side edges of our cube, or side faces of our cube. So give its different texture, which is the black texture to all these faces, and just decrease it little bit roughness. Give the texture, same texture for all these side faces, and it's look pretty well. So here I forgot to extrude inside these faces, so I just extrude inside these faces right now. Just extrude inside and give the same texture for these faces also. Basically you need to give the proper texture at the proper right place, then you will get the right look. Basically when we observe the different models, that time we create a visual library in our brain. So when we compare our model and with those models, then we can really get the idea how we can make our model more beautiful or more sci-fi look. So basically we can make our model more realistic. So we just need to observe our model to get that idea. It's very simple. So when we observe different kind of artwork, then we create a visual library in our brain. So here also I'm doing same thing. I select these corner faces and just Ctrl plus to increase the selection, and I will create the jacket kind of look, or you can say the guard kind of look for these corners. So that will be the more plastic or hard metal I will create. So that's why I have given the gray texture for this. You can see it's look pretty well. So simple. I have seen this kind of art in others artworks, so just I try to achieve this kind of look. So I got an idea that I can create a jacket kind of something right here. It's hard metal at the corners, which will save our metallic part, which is on the sci-fi box or sci-fi cube. Okay, something like that. So give the same texture for this, all the faces, all the corner faces, and these faces, the side faces also. Okay, if you have a cup of coffee beside you, then have it and enjoy the tutorial, because now I'm doing the same process for all the faces. Then I will give the emission shader on our those faces, because you can see I have created those rectangle and triangular loops right there, or loops of faces. So I will give the emission shader on those loops to get the more sci-fi look. So when you start to create any model, that time gets more reference images and observe the others artwork also. So you will get a clear idea what you want to create, and then you can start to build your own imaginary thing. Then here I just increase its metallicness like this. Then I will add emission shader. Imagine shader plays or Imagine texture plays very important role in this sci-fi art because it gives that sci-fi effect. So basically it is a light kind of thing, but it is on the object, so it makes it different comparing to if you compare the Imagine light and the spotlight or area light. So it gives the Imagine light gives a little bit different light effect. So give the Imagine light Imagine texture on these face loops and just enable that ambitious inclusion and the bloom. Then I will give the same Imagine shader or Imagine texture for these gaps also, which we have left last time in the modeling part. We have created those gaps. Just give the Imagine texture on those gaps and then adjust the auto smooth angle or auto smooth amount, you can say, to get the more decent shading. You need to adjust it. Now we need to create a texture for the bolt. So it is a simple metallic texture for the bolt. Now we will move toward our processor. So I have given the simple metallic texture for our processor, and I will create a different texture for this processor core and then inner core also. It is a simple checker texture I will create. So here I select the one face loop, or you can say loop face, anything, and I have given the different gray texture right there. And now the inner the core part, our processor, you can say, here I given the blue metal texture, like a metal strips texture. So I increase its metallic value, and I decrease its roughness. Then one more time give the Imagine shader right there. Now select the center part of our processor, and I will create another texture which is the core texture. So add a color ramp and make sure it should be constant. Then add a checker texture. Then connect the factor to the factor of the color ramp. Then add a mapping node and the texture coordinate node, like this, and connect the UV to the vector of the mapping and connect the vector to the checker texture vector input, like this, and then increase the scale of our checker texture and give the different colors in the color ramp. I have given here the dark blue and the cyan color. Then add a Imagine shader and the mix shader. Connect the color ramp color output to the color input of our Imagine shader. So we will get the more Imagine light right there, like this. Then you just need to adjust the color tone or color shade. Then add a bump map and connect the color output to the height input of your bump map and the normal output of your bump map to the normal input of your principal BSDF, and you will get something like this result. Now we need to create a different texture for our inner core part of our core processor core. So here I will just increase the intensity of the Imagine shader. So here I have just increased its intensity of the Imagine shader. So on the mix shader, so increase the value towards the Imagine shader in the mix shader, right, like this. to get that desired result, and our processor looks pretty well. So you can say the processor, then give the same material for the another side of processor also. So just you need to press the Ctrl L, but make sure you first select your all other processors and then you select the processor from which we want to give the texture. Now select these faces, top and bottom both, and then insert these faces, and one more time insert these faces, and then select outer and give emission shader for this rectangular loop or rectangular shape. Then we need to create a studio light setup for this and add a plane. And now I will explain you the studio light setup for this cube. So now I will show you the studio light setup which I have created for this particular model. So this is a camera. I have fixed the camera position and I use a composition guide to fix the camera position, and I have used the third rule here. And if you click on the camera and then click on this camera icon, then you will get this in the viewport display option. There is this option which is the composition guide, so you can use the composition guide and it is a helpful thing. Okay, then you can see this is the lighting setup. Basically I have used the 3-point light setup right here, but I need to use that 2 backlights extra. I will tell you why did I use those backlights. And this is the simple light setup. This is my key light. If I click on this light, this is my key light which have more intensity, or you can say more power. And I use these planes as a diffuser. They works as a soft box and they converts the hard light into the soft light. Okay, and if its texture is simple texture. If you click on this any plane, and here is its texture. I increase its subsurface scattering 0.5 and I increase its transmission up to 8 or 9. It's totally in your hand. Okay, and this is my second light which is the soft light, and this is soft light and its intensity is less than our key light. If I click on the light, so you can see its intensity is 300 and it is a soft light. This is the backlight, and backlights is makes the job that it separate your object from its background. So basically my object background is black and it has a little my objects also has a little bit backlight black color, so that's why I need to use 2 more backlights and I decrease their intensity. So this is the backlight, first backlight, and it has a something around 250 intensity I guess. So you can see 250 intensity this backlight has. And this is the background plane, and I have given the black color, black dark gray color for this background plane. And these are the 2 backlights. Okay, its intensity 180, and this light also has the 180 intensity. Okay, simple studio light setup you can see right there here. And if I go to the camera view, and this is the camera, and if I turn to the viewport shading render view, so now you can see the render view. So basically the background plane I have for the background plane I have given the black dark gray texture, and just I increase its metallic value, which you can see not the metallic, I decrease its I increase its metallic value 0.6 and I decrease its roughness to get the reflection of your light on the surface of the plane. So that's why. And this is simple light setup and rendering setup. If you want to see, then here is a simple rendering setup for EV, ambitious inclusion, bloom and screen space reflection. And for cycle I make a simple setup, and just you need to change it from non-color to the high contrast, so you will get better look. Okay, so simple light setup and simple rendering setup, and then change your render engine like from EV to cycle. Cycle, if you change it cycle, you will get a better result. So this is a simple light setup for our this sci-fi cube or sci-fi box, you can say anything. If you didn't watch my how to create the studio light setup for our product photo shoot or any 3D object to get the better look or to take the better render image, then please watch that tutorial. It will definitely help you. I will give the link of that tutorial in the description box, so please watch that tutorial. And after this lighting setup you will get the same result which I have created this one. And please try this lighting setup, it will definitely help you. If you like this tutorial, then hit that like button and subscribe my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching this tutorial. Stay with us and see you in the next video. Bye bye.